Senate candidate Carly Fiorina joins us now for an exclusive interview. I think she's becoming my new best friend. We keep bumping into each other. Carly, how you doing?
I'm great, Ray. How are you? I hope we're best friends, BFF, and all that.
For sure. Hey, listen, what, if anything, are you having to change in your campaign now that it appears that Mr. Campbell has gathered up a little steam?
Well, I actually disagree with the premise of your question. I don't think he's gathering steam. I think he's losing steam.
Okay.
I think Campbell came into this race with very high name ID. A lot of folks thought they knew him, but didn't really know him. And I think as people get to know him more and more, he's not John Campbell, he's not Bill Campbell, he's not the fiscal conservative he claims to be. I think you're seeing his lead in the polls continue to decline. We certainly see that in our internal tracking polls, and I think you're going to continue to see it. And of course, one measure of support is how much money somebody has. Tom Campbell's not able to raise money. He's canceled TV buys 3 weeks in a row. This is a guy who's losing steam.
Now, what do you attribute the losing money to?
Well, I think, look, the ability to raise money, and I have outraised both of my opponents by a lot. In fact, we've raised more money at this stage in the race than all the Senate candidates combined in 2004 at the same time in the race. The ability to raise money is about the ability to garner support. And so donations are the most compelling sign of someone's support. And so when Tom Campbell can't raise money, or when Chuck DeVore can't raise money, it's because they can't garner enough support to win.
Now, Chuck DeVore spoke with him yesterday, and he was talking about a poll that I have not seen, and I tried to pin him down on it a little bit, and I didn't get the answer I wanted about in this poll in a matchup against Barbara Boxer. He beats her. Do you know what he's talking about?
No, I haven't seen a poll where Chuck DeVore beats Boxer or either of his primary opponents, but I think what he may be referring to, not completely accurately, if I may say, is there have been a series of polls that have been going on for some time now that show basically how vulnerable Barbara Boxer is, and there's sort of head-to-head matchups between her and each of the primary opponents. There have been a couple, and the fundamental conclusion of that poll consistently has been that Barbara Boxer gets about 42% of the vote. In other words, she's hugely vulnerable. On the other hand, I would caution your listeners with this. Barbara Boxer has been vulnerable before. Yes, this is a unique year, no question, because of the issues and the mood of the electorate. Barbara Boxer has been vulnerable before, and she's won. And that's why it's critically important that we have the right opponent up against Barbara Boxer. Sarah Palin, among others, has endorsed me. Many assemblymen who have sat with Chuck DeVore have switched their endorsements from him to me because they know I'm a conservative who can win. Being conservative is important. Being able to win is really important.
Were you surprised when you got the Palin endorsement?
I was delighted. I was not surprised.
That's huge.
But I certainly was honored and delighted.
That is absolutely huge.
It is huge, and she is a beloved and powerful figure. I think she said it best. She said, I was a common-sense conservative who could win. She said, let's shake it up in California. And she also said several days ago something that I truly agree with. We need to be applying our conservative principles to solving problems. It's not just about ideological purity. It's about applying those common-sense conservative principles to solving the problems that face Californians now, and that means we need to apply our conservative principles to growing our economy and to cutting federal spending and reducing the size and the intrusion of our federal government.
Carly, quick one today. I'm out of time, but always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
All right. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, Ray.
Bye-bye.